Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Fake it till you make it, baby. Especially on YouTube and other social media platforms. That's the topic today. YouTube is changing its algorithm. It's pushing shorts in, contrast to long format videos. TikTok is taking over the world. YouTube is trying to copy it. Instagram is trying to copy it. How can we, poor little YouTubers, luxury YouTubers, or whatever YouTubers that prefer longer format, how can we survive? Do we have to reinvent ourselves? How can we reinvent ourselves? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today with a special guest star. But before we get to it, subscribe to my channel, push the join button next to the subscription button, become a member today, gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, superdacob, all spelled together there as well. It does help a lot. The channel, especially in these times where YouTube does not help the channel. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday, and you're all welcome to join the live chats. Let me cue in the chats, actually. Hi, guys. Stay true to yourself, says Jason. Listen, I have a special guest star here, none other than, drumroll, Jessie Style. Woo! Welcome, Jess.
Hey, guys. Everybody.
Jessie Style, not Jessie Styles. Okay? You know who you is.
Whatever you want to call me, it's all good. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, whatever you want to call me, as long as you call me, right? So Jessie and I were talking. By the way, I'm going to post the link to Jessie's YouTube channel in the description box down below. Everybody, be sure to go subscribe to Jessie's channel. Send her some love. Also, link to her Insta is going to be downstairs as well. Now, Jessie and I have been talking about this a couple of hours ago, actually. We were having this private conversation about like, oh, our YouTube channels, they're dying. Why is YouTube just pushing out the shorts and forsaking long format videos? And it's like all a travesty. So what should we do to gain traction again? And then Jess was like, well, maybe we gotta like create this persona. And well, you take it from here, Jess, and then I'll pitch in.
Well, I just observed a lot of big YouTubers, and I have this theory that some of them are kind of like actors, and they take on this persona that kind of either appeals to the masses. I think it's an observation I've made, or it's so shocking that it makes people want to watch. But sometimes if you're kind of too much your true self, it doesn't like connect with enough people, or it's like not as shocking. So it also doesn't like go viral. So I almost had this like thing that if we just kind of started to, I don't know, either develop a persona that was like every time we made a YouTube, we were kind of like acting, and then it was kind of like a character, then maybe that would gain more traction on YouTube. Because sometimes if I'm always my true self on my channel, and I think it works sometimes, but for it to like really be effective globally, I don't know if it's always going to work. I don't know. It's just a theory I have.
Yeah, you said to me in the convo, you said like you're brutally honest, like you don't, sometimes you just, on your channel, like you're dressed the way you're dressed. You don't dress up extra for it. Sometimes you do, but sometimes you're just like, in the makeup and the hair is just what it is in that moment. You're very in the moment.
Well, I'm kind of like not messy enough, but I'm also not perfect enough to be on YouTube. Like sometimes I'm a little bit just like whatever, like no makeup-ish, or my hair's all messy, but then sometimes I really put in effort with my makeup and stuff. But I noticed that people who are consistent with their brand, they always look perfect, or like they just got a perfect aesthetic, and people praise that. It looks so effortless, but it's actually a lot of effort to be that perfect. Or they're on the other extreme, and they're so outlandish and crazy that it's also interesting to watch. I feel like I'm kind of like a lot of things at once, and that it can be hard for people to understand sometimes. But I think if I was going to adopt a persona, it would be more extreme than the normal persona, if that makes sense, or like boring, like clean aesthetic or neutrals, or I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm generalizing here, but I feel like a lot of successful YouTubers have they're almost like acting.
Active?
Yeah, like they're acting. Like they're not
acting.
Completely, yeah.
I mean, I've been kind of analyzing this as well, and you know, I mean, you have people like Trisha Paytas, who, okay, she's not a luxury YouTuber, although she does make her videos about her bedazzled Birkins, about her ASMRing her fingernails over bags.
Well, I've been watching a lot of Trisha Paytas lately, and she did throughout her career put on a persona sometimes, like she was trolling or she was doing things that weren't reflective of her true self. And she said she did this to, you know, create tension or, like, you know, make people watch her channel, and it worked. But now she's kind of like, you know, become a mom, and she's just being a little bit more her true self because she already has the following. She can kind of be herself more. This is the impression I get. But, you know, in the past she had to do crazy things to get to where she is now. She's a bit more on the extreme side.
Oh, yeah. But that extreme side is maybe one of the reasons why she got such a huge following to begin with.
Exactly.
Had she not been that extreme, people would not be tuning in maybe as much.
Yeah.
I mean, then if we're reining it back into luxury content on YouTube, you know, we were talking also about HRH Collection. That's also an interesting example of how, like, cuckoo she appears on her channel, but then I've heard from people tell me that actually in real life she's not like that at all. She's super nice, soft spoken, calm, not aggressive at all.
Yeah, I love HRH Collection because she's so unafraid to say what she feels. But I have heard people say, like, I don't know her personally, obviously. I mean, I think she's really awesome, but I have heard people say she's putting on a persona. I don't know if that's true, but she's, like, taken on acting classes, and then her channel really blew up once she had this really strong character. So I don't know if that's the case, but you could argue that if you do learn how to act and, like, know what to say to, like, I guess, push the buttons of, like, the audience and, like, make people, like, want to tune in, because it's actually quite hard to have somebody listen to your video for over, like, 5 minutes, like, to get someone's attention for that long. You have to kind of know what to say to, like, make yourself interesting. And sometimes if you're just your normal self, like, what you're saying could be kind of boring. So you kind of have to, like, understand how to push people's buttons so they'll keep watching, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of difficult also to maintain that persona. I mean, think about, like, having a YouTube channel for like 5, 6, 7, 10 years, and always when you turn the camera on, like, you gotta be that extra out of this world type of personality, the character that you're playing. Now, an actor in a movie, in a TV show, they have you know, you shoot a movie 2, 3 months, one, I mean, depending on the budget. You know, a movie can be shot in 2 days, but you know, you shoot a movie, you're in character, then when it's done, you're out of character. But if that's your persona on YouTube, you got to be in that character every time you're on camera. Like, sooner or later, you're going to start slipping. Like, people are going to see your true self kind of shimmering through. It's fascinating to me. I mean, I remember when you know, back in 2017, when there was this whole ad apocalypse on YouTube, when YouTube canceled a monetization for, like, almost everybody, and I was kind of one of those affected by it. I created this character called Mr. Ad Friendly, who was kind of like a satire about YouTube and about consumer society. And, like, I made 2 videos on my main channel, and, like, most of my subscribers were, like, afraid. They're like, Dacob, what's wrong with you? Like, are you sick? Are you psycho now? And I'm like, no, it's a character. So then I moved Mr. Ad Friendly to his own YouTube channel. But then all the AdSense returned, and it was fine, and I stopped making those videos. I know some people are still, like, saying, oh, bring Mr. Ad Friendly back. But when I do bring Mr. Ad Friendly back, people get scared because he does look totally psycho. So then, in my case, maybe I pushed it too far.
Maybe you have to, it's hard to find the right balance. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I find it. I'm not that good at acting. I think sometimes I reveal too much of myself on YouTube, and that can be a good thing. But sometimes, I don't know, because a lot of people say, like Jagan said, you don't like phony YouTubers. But then how do you know who's being phony and who's not being phony, you know? It's hard to tell sometimes. And sometimes you watch something, you're like, oh, I really like that. Like, that corporate or that professional, like they're putting on this face that's not really, it's very generic. And I don't know. I don't know if I could be like that. I mean, I've tried to be like that. I think depending on where you work, you have to put on a persona. But on my YouTube channel, I feel like that's my safe place where I can be myself, you know? And if I have to start putting on an act on my own YouTube channel, then for me it becomes more of a hard work as well.
You know what I always thought about your channel, like when we met and when, you know, well, before we met in real life already, when we started, like when we met virtually already, I thought, because you have the high pitched voice that you use, you know, at the opening of your channel, like, hi, I'm Jess. And I thought that is so cute. Not saying, oh, that's a persona, but I always had the feeling, because you, like you said, you feel so comfortable in your own space, you're at home and you're filming. And like you have that high pitched voice. I've noticed also if you're like talking to a little animal or a pet. So I thought that was always super cute. Like you're addressing your viewers as if they were these cute little creatures that are together with you in that room, you know, like you would talk to a really cute furry little kitten or something. And I thought that approach is really, really cute. And like it's totally you as well, to be honest, because you love things like that. So I thought that was quite genuine and different from actually any other intro that any other YouTuber did. So.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, that is me. Like, my voice does go high if I'm angry sometimes or if I'm excited. So it does. A lot of people think I am putting on my voice, but it's just my voice. So it kind of became a thing. And I think every YouTuber has their, like, you know, first few sentences as their, you know, signature. So that just became my signature, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's definitely your signature, and not just the sentence, but it's also the higher pitch, which is like amazing. Oh, can you do it for us? Do it.
Like, it's my channel, I'm Jess.
I love it. It's like a little sprinkle.
I do talk to my cat like that too, though. You're right. I do talk to animals a bit like that.
Yeah. It's kind of like
really like it.
Yeah, it's like a way of like taming. Yeah, but it's also a way of dealing with one's own insecurities, because like think about it, like you're putting yourself out there every time you make a video for the world to see and comment whatever they want. And then like, you know, it's also kind of like I think also like a security thing to be like, to talk nicely and cute, you know, in a cute way to this creature that's in front of you, and you don't know who's going to watch. You don't know who's in front of you, and you're addressing them already with that soft version. I love it. It's a great energy, says Katie. Jessie also looks like she's run into the first frame. What does that mean? I love your intro, Jess. Even my husband recognizes it, LOL, says Jane.
Yeah, I do resonate my voice quite. You can hear it.
It's a great energy, says Katie. And
thanks, guys.
Yeah.
My sister does have the same voice. It's true.
Oh, Julie Scott listens to your sister and says she has the same voice.
Yeah, we have a very similar voice, which is weird. We can't talk through our nostrils.
Oh, thank you for the super chat, LVD.
Super chat from
LVD.
LVD.
We got a little, my hero. Oh, so cute. We got a little puppy.
Yes.
Such a cutie. Oh, thank you so much. And greeting puts a big smile on my wife's face, and she loves your channel and content, says Han. I listen to whatever she has to say, says Ron. You see, you got a huge following, Jess. Because you guys, sometimes we just sit there and we talk to each other and we're just like, it's not going well. And the numbers aren't, it's like, oh my gosh. And, but then it's really, it means a lot to hear you guys say that you actually appreciate what we do.
Yeah, because, I guess I don't see any of you guys' faces, whatever. I feel like I am talking to you. Honestly, when I make YouTube, I'm, as time goes by, I feel like I'm talking to more people. And, I guess my channel is growing, but one subscriber a day, two here, three. Like it's not 100 subscribers a day kind of thing. But I'm glad to just do it because I enjoy it. So
Yeah, definitely.
Any support is good.
And also, we were talking about, I remember we were saying, we were analyzing the situation of like, if you get subscribers, not subscribers, how does a channel grow quicker or slower? And we were thinking about this. And Jess said something super interesting. She said, well, usually, like, from her analysis, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you can then reiterate it, that people are either like extreme or they're like the opposite of extreme, super relatable, borderline boring, a little bit corporate. And we're kind of in between. We're like kooky, but like we're not that corporate, jacket and tie.
Yeah, we're not clean enough. Like, not, what's the word? We're not like aesthetically pleasing enough, like clean, like neutral, like, or like we don't have the same style as most people, if that makes sense. Which could be more of a generic look, like professional look. But we're also not weird enough to itch that like, wow, what the hell is wrong with them? Like, we don't wear like crazy makeup.
Wow, what the hell is wrong with that? I mean, sometimes people tell me that, but that's a different story. But
yeah.
But yeah, no, on YouTube definitely I think we are that kind of weird middle ground. Maybe that's detrimental to our channels. Maybe you need to be either super bland, relatable for the biggest masses. So that nobody feels threatened by you. Nobody feels like you're preaching to them, you're educating them. Like everybody feels like, like you're not threatening to anybody. And then, or they watch you because you're a train wreck.
Yeah, exactly. We're like not as much of a train wreck, but then we're also not as boring enough. The word is, like, it's like simple. It's like you're talking to like a teacher or something, someone who really knows, like, but then they're kind of like more professional. Like, not professional enough, we're a little bit more childlike or fantasy aspect, but then we're not taking it to the level where we look like Shrek or something.
Like Shrek?
We're just like really like what is going on here? Like,
yeah, no.
Like, yeah.
I mean, I'll be a Shrek to your Fiona. Middle really suffers, says Selena. Katie says, yeah, you're not extreme. I like kooky. It's a nice balance, as how Shikstani Secret says. I'm going to look Jessie style up. Yeah, she's amazing. Go subscribe. Regardless of what YouTube wants, I don't like shorts and I don't watch shorts. Bottom line, says 5 Heliotrope. And I like kooky, says Laura. And Ron says, you two are wonderful together. So lovely. Oh, yeah, I love Jessie. Jessie is my...
I love talking to you too, Dacob. Thanks for inviting me on the stream.
Anytime. Are you kidding me? Nadine says, it always pays to be true to yourself. A mask will always slip in the end. Well, what I want to say is I don't think that a lot of these people want to make you believe that it's their true self. I think they're fine with you knowing that they're acting. I have a feeling.
Yeah. I think it's just acting, which is not a bad thing. If you know you're acting, then it's not going to affect you mentally.
Right?
Because it's like a performance.
Yeah, like a performance. Yeah. I mean, right? But then again, what does Jason say? Jason says, yes, I agree, but if they get to know you, they won't feel threatened or preached to. Never underestimate yourselves. You're both amazing at what you do and make great content creators. Oh, Jason, thank you so much.
Okay, Jason.
Yeah.
It would be interesting if we had more time. I mean, to have our normal channel and then have an alter ego channel, which we kind of did do with the ad-friendly thing, but like if we had like an alter ego channel where we like develop this extreme persona, it would go more viral than our true personality.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like super extreme with Mr. Ad Friendly. I mean, I didn't have to go that extreme, but I mean, it's... Yeah, I totally feel what you're saying, though. It kind of is unbalanced in a way because, like, I have my moments when I go on my tangent and then I'm, like, super, like, strict. But then I have also the more soft moments of me. And I can see how some people get irritated by that because they're, like, they want consistency. A lot of people want to know, you know, the safety net, routine. Even though
Yeah,
routine is the killer of life, in my opinion, but routine is kind of what a lot of people want. They want to know when they come to see you, they're going
yeah,
to get that same content over and over again. It's going to be the same thing over and over again. It's going to be the same energy every time they watch you. It's going to be the same um, mood, the same vibe. And that's kind of
yeah.
not me, you know? I have this,
Same.
yeah. So I
I
think
feel like
that's,
for me,
tell
my
me.
energy is different every day, kind of thing, and maybe that can be confusing to watch for some people. Because sometimes I'm like feeling, oh my gosh, so spendy, and then sometimes I'm like, oh, trying to tone it back with the shopping, or I'm just feeling a bit sad that day. And then other times I'm like super happy. But I feel like on a lot of the successful channels, they always have the same energy. Like they know, and I think that's effective because when the
Mhm.
viewer goes to watch it, it's like exciting because it's the same thing again and again and again, and it's
Yeah.
like comforting to know it's going to be the same. But yeah, I don't know.
But you see, those channels that are always the same, I grow out of them. Like, I get obsessed with a channel and I like watch it and like, oh my God, and I devour the content. But then, like, I'm satiated at a certain point, I'm full, and then I don't crave it again. While those other
Yeah.
channels that are more flexible, like, I keep going back to them. I don't know, like, I'm a big fan of Miss Philly. Shout out to Miss Philly, by the way.
Oh
A
yeah.
Canadian YouTuber and also thrift shopper. Miss Philly is amazing. She's just, and she goes thrifting and, you know, buys fashion. Sometimes she finds luxury stuff, sometimes not. But it's not always the same because she sprinkles in her own, you know, journey, the diet journey, the relationship journey, the friendship journey, drama journey, travel is sprinkled throughout. Like, she keeps me guessing, and I
Yeah, I
love
like that
that.
channel too. Yeah, I love channels like that. That's why I watch honestly, a lot of smaller YouTubers because they kind of haven't appealed to a large audience, but like they're a little bit more themselves sometimes.
Mm,
Um, and it's just more interesting to watch for me sometimes, opposed to I watch a lot of YouTubers to be honest, but I love YouTube. I don't know how I could. I tried to get TikTok, and I did watch it for like 2 days, and then I don't know, it just didn't itch the scratch of like my. I don't know, it just wasn't the same. And I know sometimes I get. I'm sorry,
itch
I
the
sidetracked on the
you
subject.
did itch the scratch again.
I can't itch the scratch. It's not
Scratch the
relaxing.
itch.
Yeah, but actually, because you know how we're kind of saying that it looks like YouTube is dying. Oh yeah, because the other reason why I kind of think YouTube could be dying is because I don't know if you guys watched the Shane Dawson thing with Jeffree Star, and then Jeffree at the end says that he's quitting YouTube and that YouTube is done or like dead. I mean, if that's the case, even if Jeffree Star saying YouTube is dead, that he's done it all, then I mean, I guess we're going to have to go to TikTok or something. But for me, I just, it's scary to think about because sometimes these things happen really fast as well. Like, Facebook kind of really fizzled out over like a year. A lot of people stopped using it. I mean, MySpace fizzled out really fast. Instagram completely changed. I mean, YouTube could fizzle out really fast too. I don't know. But at the same time, I'm like, I still watch YouTube. I don't like TikTok, so there must be more people like me as well who don't want to let YouTube go.
Yeah.
But you just never know.
I mean, I think maybe with Jeffree Star, there's other issues at hand as well. Not just, you know, maybe because he doesn't get the numbers he used to get before all of his cancellations.
Yeah,
Now he's
that's
just
true.
like being a bitter Betty, and he's like, no, you know, I'm better than this. Girl, you're
Yeah,
not.
that's true.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not better than this. You're not better than anybody else. And so quit the whining and, you know, time to pull up your sleeves and get to work. That's what I say. But then again, you know, we have different personalities. Thank God for that. But anyway, we digress. What I want
Yeah.
to say is, but the end of YouTube, like you were saying this before, right? When you were talking, you said, oh, maybe YouTube is over. I mean, I've noticed, right, that every time I'm preparing for the live stream and I'm preparing the articles or reading, whatever news is coming out about fashion or luxury or whatever, and when these news anchors or these reporters, when they quote social media or when they're trying to say like, oh, because, we're talking about this topic because it's big here, they only ever reference TikTok since months. In the past, it
Yeah.
used to be like, as seen on YouTube. Now, no. Now, if they reference anything, they're going to talk, oh, we chose this top. For example, let's go back to Miss Philly. And I'm so glad that she's having such huge success on TikTok. A radio station in Canada, by the way, you guys, you got to go check out Miss Philly, the interview that she gave to a radio station in Canada. And they found her through TikTok, not through YouTube. Okay? They found her viral TikTok videos on thrifting, and they call her the best thrifter of Canada because of, TikTok.
Wow.
And because of TikTok, they interviewed her on the radio station. But I mean, Miss Philly's strength is on her YouTube channel. Like, she's amazing. She's freaking amazing. And you see her and talk and do stuff. I mean, she's just amazing. But on TikTok, she doesn't get to shine that same way because TikTok is a short, snippy, snappy format.
Yeah.
It's just about, and she uses a lot that voice, that you type in the text and then the voice reads it for you. So she does that.
Oh.
Yeah. But, that's TikTok, and it's like, today I found this piece.
TikTok.
That's TikTok. But like, that's
what I mean. It's so boring. That same voice. It's like what everyone wants to hear. But I just, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
but it's fascinating that even in that case they found her through TikTok. And every time I read these magazines or whatever are reporting about fashion, they always quote TikTok. Nobody quotes YouTube anymore. Yeah. Nobody quotes Instagram anymore. So it's like, wow, it's very, very obvious. Now, how long is this going to last? I don't know. Because ultimately, another thing I've noticed is that, like, a lot of people might say, yeah, but I prefer the shorter format. TikTok offers me the shorter videos. I'm like, okay, fine. But hold on. Let me hold you on there for a second. Because once you've liked and commented on a couple of TikTok videos, the algorithm on TikTok is really quick to pinpoint the type of videos you like, and then it shows you always the same videos. And interesting how, like, when there's a trend on TikTok and one person does some viral thing, then everybody starts copying it. So what we see on TikTok is, for example, for those, I say to those people that say, but I like short format videos. I don't want to sit like half an hour to listen to you blabber. I'm like, yeah, but you're doing the same thing on TikTok, because how much time do you spend on TikTok? It's a rabbit's hole. You spend at least an hour on TikTok. And what do you watch on TikTok? You watch different people doing the same video, because there's one video that went viral. Everybody starts copying that video. And then you literally end up watching the same video done by different people over and over and over again. Like,
I guess, yeah. It started with like dance routines, right? Like dance moves, like little, like that. Which was, to be honest, I did enjoy watching some of that at the start when TikTok was like a bit newer in Australia. I was like, wow, I want to start dancing. But then it kind of formed into this other, it kind of took over to the next level. So, yeah, like, that whole like, what I'm wearing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing.
Yeah. And I mean, what competition is there? I mean, there's Twitch, but Twitch is specialized for live streaming. Now, TikTok started live streaming as well. So you, like, if you have enough subscribers, followers on TikTok, you can actually live stream. You can also get, like paid, like gifts, presents, like sort of a monetization format on TikTok. Like there's a means of earning money on TikTok as well. And then there's also this, and in fact, when I do watch TikTok, I watch the live streams. I don't really do the short videos. They irritate me so much because they all have this kind of, oh, you know what really irritates me? Those videos that say, wait for it.
Oh, yeah, no. That sucks me in, though, I must say. They're effective.
Yeah, because we follow orders. Yeah, because we're educated to follow orders. We're like little lemmings. When the text says, wait for it, you're like, okay. And you wait for it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh my God.
I just can't.
Oh. And how many times is that wait not worth it? Because like, I'm like, oh, that's it? This is what I waited for? Ugh.
Also, I guess, one of my friends is a psychologist, and he loves TikTok because he says the algorithm really, like, it's really smart. Like, it shows him exactly what he wants to look at. but he said that it's actually not that good for your mental health long term or your brain. So, but you know, it's very effective. So, when it comes down to that, it probably is like, I guess for the younger people, easier to get in there, like to be more addicted than YouTube. Because YouTube, you do need to kind of like sit there and I quite like. I think Trisha is really successful with her ASMR channel because you can't do ASMR on TikTok. So those more relaxing videos, I think you got to stick to YouTube. And even, I don't know, I guess even for our channels, like people do enjoy us just talking for like 10 minutes. So there is still that need for that, to be honest, that TikTok doesn't offer. But it just depends how many like young people will still be watching those more long format videos in the future if it is, you know, still relevant.
I mean, and also let's not forget, TikTok belongs to China, and when China decides to shut it down, it's gonna shut it down.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh. I think Jesse and Dacob will thrive in the new podcast feature when it rolls out. Horse Chic. I didn't know there was a podcast feature.
So that's coming to YouTube. It's going to be amazing.
Oh.
So basically, you're going to be able to call in like with your channel to my channel, and then like it's going to automatically blend in like your video to my video, and then we can talk.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, guys, I have hope. I think YouTube is going to get more advanced. They're going to have the short section to please younger people, maybe, and just people. Because I do watch shorts, to be honest. Sometimes I get stuck into the short section. I'm like, what's next? But my shorts algorithm is like really weird. I don't really enjoy it as much as my YouTube algorithm.
Yeah, I tried as well.
I think there's a need for both.
I tried as well, but it just doesn't work for me. I mean, I think it would work if I were to really focus just on shorts and like post like 5 shorts a day. Then you kind of really like elbow your way through and like make your way into the algorithm. But you got to keep it going. You got to keep feeding the monster, and it's just insane the amount of content. I mean, I'm talking about people who got like millions and millions of followers on YouTube thanks to shorts, right? Those people don't post 1 short a week. They post several shorts every day.
Yeah. It's a full-time job, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some of these people do shorts. Their setup and everything is incredible. And like the editing you need to do, it's actually harder than a YouTube video because you have to edit more than shorts.
Yeah, but it's insane.
Really
it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, but also with the shorts, it's so annoying with this like you jump and you change outfit. Oh.
Yeah,
you know what I
so
mean? But they get millions of views. Everybody's like, "Oh, I want to do that too," and then everybody starts copying it.
Like the masses love that predictable stuff that everyone is doing. It's just, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you do something extremely shocking, it's hard to please the masses sometimes. But you know, maybe I'm just thinking about it too much. I don't know.
I'm thinking if I don't think that YouTube is dying, but it's definitely going through a rough patch.
Well, wait and see, I guess. But actually, Dacob, I have to go now because I have to get ready to go to my boyfriend's house. So.
Oh. Are you having a little rendezvous? You have a little rendezvous.
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute. All right. Thank you so much for calling in, Jess. I hope you had fun, and I hope you guys also had fun. I would love to read. But I'm like, so I can't focus on 2 things at the same time. So I would have loved to have read all the comments. I'm going to have to rewatch the video later. But if I focus on the conversation with Jess, I can't read the comments. Because if I read the comments, then I can't listen. So it's like either or. So I'll read the comments later. But have a great time with your BB. No, BF.
Thanks for inviting me in.
Oh, yeah. You're always welcome.
Joining in the conversation as well. Lovely to see you guys.
And be sure to subscribe to Jessie Style YouTube channel. A link will be provided in the description box down below. And thank you, Jessie, so much for calling in. And have a lot of fun. Sending my love to your boyfriend.
Oh. I'll let you know.
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to say his name online. That's why I'm just saying boyfriend. I'm not saying his real name. But because I'm not sure if you want to disclose that or not. That's why.
It's Alex, but yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter.
Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, well then send my love to Alex. In that case, I'm allowed to say his name. You know, I'm very discreet always. So, and until next time, y'alls, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And never forget to never give up on love. Bye. Subscribe.